Welcome to the first discipleship challenge from Gold Hill. Every month we are going to set a challenge, something to try and do in our faith. We're designing them to be things which will push us, perhaps stretch us, and sometimes take us out of our comfort zones, but they're all things that are achievable, that we can all do if we're willing to give them a go. And then throughout the rest of the month, each week, one of you will share your experiences of doing this thing. So we're learning together, being stretched together, seeing what some of these practices and challenges are like together. I'm excited. I think that we can grow together in this, and I'm looking forward to seeing what God does with these challenges. So, what's the first challenge? Well, it's a prayer challenge, and it has two parts. And part one is this: what's your passion? Have a think and ask yourself, what is it that you are so passionate about that it makes you excited, or angry, or sad? It could be something or someone that you love dearly that's really on your heart and you want to see flourish. It could be a person that you want to see come to know God. It could be a situation, a country, an event. It could be something that is wrong with this world and you're angry about it and want to see it change. God lays passions on each of our hearts. They're different for all of us. But if it's your thing, if it's your fight, there's a decent chance that God wants you to focus on it, to make it part of your priority, part of your mission in this world. So part one is this: what's your thing? Part two, spend 1 hour praying about that one thing in one go. Simple as that. You can pray out loud. You can pray in your head, you can pray by writing or drawing, by sitting in silence. But set aside 1 hour in your diary. Ask God to guide you and focus in on that one thing for an hour. Bring it to God. Don't feel a pressure that every second of that hour you have to be in some kind of spiritual high. That's not what prayer is like. But pray about that one thing from lots of different angles. Turn it over, examine it, ask God to speak into it. Listen to Him. You might think that you can't spare an hour. I'd challenge you and say we all can. An hour less sleep or an hour less TV. We can all make that space. If God has laid this thing on your heart, and I believe He has with all of us, it's your fight, your passion. He wants you to bring it to Him in prayer. Prayer changes things. So will you join me in this? Will you work out what it is that God has laid on your heart and invest 1 hour bringing it to Him in prayer? For some of us, this will feel quite natural. For others, it won't at all. But I'd encourage you, give it a go. And when you do, if you want to share your experience so we can all learn what you've learnt from this experience, I'd love to hear from you. So leave a comment below, send a message on the Contact Us page, or send us a tweet or Facebook message, and I'll be in touch with you. Let's see how God moves in this first challenge.